Good morning, students. Today we will discuss about the experiment by using the potentiometer. The experiment is we will calculate the internal resistance of this cell. This is one cell. We will calculate the internal resistance of the cell by using the potentiometer. This is the potentiometer. In theory class, this is also discussed. What is potentiometer? How does it work? Everything was discussed in the theory class. Now, at first I explain the circuit connection. So at first, this is the what are the instrument used? You just see, this is the battery eliminator. This is one milliammeter, one-way key. This is potentiometer. This is the cell. We will calculate the internal resistance of the cell. This is one low resistance box. There are two one-way keys are there. This is the high resistance box, and this is the galvanometer, and this is the jockey of the which is connected with the galvanometer. Now, in this experiment, if I discuss how the current is sent to the potentiometer by the battery eliminator. Look, from the battery eliminator, this terminal is connected with the ammeter. From ammeter to the key, then from key to the potentiometer. So that means the current is sent from battery eliminator to the potentiometer. Now from the potentiometer, the current will go back to the again to the battery eliminator. Pause for. I again repeat, from the battery eliminator, the current goes to the ammeter, from the ammeter to the key, from one-way key to the potentiometer. This is the one terminal of the potentiometer, and from the another terminal of potentiometer, the current goes to the rheostat, and from the rheostat again return back to the battery eliminator. So this is the one part of the circuit. That means the current is sent to the potentiometer by this battery eliminator and again return back to this rheostat to the battery eliminator. This is the one part of the circuit. And on the other hand, this part, this cell is connected with this potentiometer. Now from this end of the potentiometer, this cell is connected, and at first you see that this resistance is connected with the key, and I just open the key. As I open the key, there is no function of this resistance. So at first what is happened? From this potentiometer, the cell is connected with the potentiometer, and one end of the cell is connected to the this point, and from this point this is connected to the another key, and from that another key it connected to the high resistance box, to the galvanometer, and the another part of the galvanometer is connected with this jockey. So if I touch this jockey, then the circuit will be completed. You can see the galvanometer is fluctuating. So for which the galvanometer is fluctuating? Because the current is flowing from this cell. From this cell the current is flowing. Now therefore this battery eliminator is off. So there is no function of this battery eliminator. And here the galvanometer is fluctuating. That means the current is sent by this cell. Now as this key is open, that means there is no function of this resistance, low resistance box here. But remember, when you switch on this key, when this key is closed, that means this resistance is connected with this cell in parallel. The resistance is connected with this cell parallel. And it connected with the parallel, now some current must be drawn by this low resistance. Now this is the circuit diagram. This cell, that internal resistance of this cell connected with this cell, the low resistance box, this key, this is the high resistance box. You can see the low resistance box, this high resistance box. Okay, so now at first this key will be opened. That means this low resistance box has not any working. This is no, that means roles of this circuit, in this circuit. Then we will find the null point. We will find the null point when this low resistance box is disconnected. And again we close this key. That means now a current will be drawn by this low resistance. Then again we will find the low resistance, that means null point. So here you can write that, see that they go without shunt resistance R. Without shunt resistance R, that means this low resistance, this is connected in parallel, that's why this is also known as the shunt resistance. So without shunt resistance, at first we find the null point, then we get this null point. Again when this shunt resistance is connected, that means this key is closed. When this key is closed, then again we find the null point. So one time first we find the null point when the low resistance was disconnected, and again we find the null point when the low resistance is connected. Suppose this is the null point L2 and previous one the null point was L1 at length. So the formula of smaller is equal to L1 minus L2 by L2 into capital R. So by this formula you can calculate the internal resistance of the cell. Small r is the internal resistance, and you can calculate by the formula small r is equal to L1 minus L2 by L2 into capital R. Capital R is this the shunt resistance which is used. Okay, now so after the connection of the circuit, one current is supplied by this battery eliminator to the potentiometer, and by the cell also current is sent to the potentiometer. Now in this situation, at first we have to check whether our connection is correct or not. So for that you can see there the potentiometer where 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So at first that jockey will be connected with the first wire, then we see the fluctuation. The jockey is connected to the first wire and the galvanometer is fluctuating that side. Now the key is connected to the 10th wire, 9th wire, see here the connected in the first wire of the potentiometer, this is the galvanometer fluctuation at this side. Again touch here, for the 10th wire the galvanometer fluctuation opposite this direction. That means the galvanometer fluctuating to opposite to each other. If when you connect to the first wire then the fluctuation, and when you connect this to the 10th wire then the fluctuation, both are opposite to each other. So for this we can say that the connection is perfect. Now we go for our next procedure of this experiment. Now see here, this key is opened. This key is opened. This key is connected with the low resistance. So if this key is opened, then from the low resistance when the current pass, then this is the gap. The circuit is incomplete. So if this key is open, that means this low resistance there is no working of this low resistance. There is no role of this low resistance. So in this situation, at first we will find the null point. देखो, at first we will now find the null point. So just in anywhere, the galvanometer is fluctuating. Null point means when the galvanometer will not fluctuate. Here touch also here, touch, galvanometer fluctuating. Again, देखो galvanometer fluctuating. Here I touch, fluctuating. So this is not the null point. We have to find the null point. देखो at this position, this is almost null point. At this position, when this connected here, then we see the null point. You can see here, we get this null point. So such a way we have to find the null point. Now if this is the null point, so at which length we get this null point, we have to discuss. At which point we get this null point. What is the length of this null point? That means L1 in the table. L1, what is the value of L1? We have to calculate. What is the process? So at first you mark this point. देखो this is the 1, scale 1. So as we go, this is 100 centimeter for the first wire, then second wire again 100, 200 centimeter, again for the third wire 400 centimeter, 300 centimeter, again fourth wire completed 400 centimeter, again the fifth wire, and here the null point. So what is the, if you see that this is the near about 54, that is 400 plus 54, 454 is the null point for this case. So L1 is equal to 454 centimeter. Okay, first wire, second wire, third wire, fourth wire, and then at the fifth wire 54 centimeter. So 4 wire, 400 centimeter length of the wire, and again 54 centimeter. So 454 centimeter. At this length we get the null point when this shunt resistance, the low resistance, is disconnected. No current is drawn by this low resistance. Then we get this what? Null point. Next step, we connect this key. देखो, this key is which was disconnected. Now we connect this key. As we connect this key, that means this low resistance, shunt resistance becomes active. Now it also draw a current from the cell. And at this situation, again we will find the null point, and here the null point L2 will find out. So just put the cathode here, and again battery emitter on. Again we go, we find the null point. The galvanometer is fluctuating. This is not null point, not null point. Galvanometer fluctuating. Okay. Almost this one. Here, this is the point. At this point, galvanometer is not fluctuating. That means this is the null point. When the shunt resistance, when this resistance is connected, when this shunt resistance is connected with the cell, then again we get the null point, and this is suppose the what? L2. So what is the reading of the L2? At this point we get the L2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 complete were 600, and this is, you have to put one scale and you have to fix the 74. So 674, this is the null point for these cases. Okay. And one thing you see that here, high resistance box, when we do the experiment, then we have to apply one resistance to the high resistance box. So here 5000 ohm, 5 kilo ohm is was applied in the high resistance box. Then we get this null point. Again we will repeat the same things by applying, suppose 15,000, and for the first cases, here the low resistance was applied 2 ohm. Low resistance was applied 2 ohm. So for the first reading which you get, the low resistance was 2 ohm and the high resistance was what? 5. This was the high resistance, that is 5000. For the next reading, we will take this 15,000 in high resistance, and here the low resistance. Here suppose what? 3 ohm is applied on the low resistance. Again we will do the same things, and again we will get null point. Such a way we will take the reading of the null point 3 or 5 times, and when we do the average, then we get the average value of L1, average value of L2, and we put the formula small r is equal to L2 minus L1 by L2 whole into capital R, that means this shunt resistance. By this formula we can calculate the what? Internal resistance of the cell. So again, as a whole, I explain the experiment in short. Here this potentiometer. The potentiometer, there is 2 parts of the circuit. One part is this side, another part is this side. This side the current is sent by the battery eliminator, and again through the rheostat the current returned back to the battery eliminator. So the battery eliminator to ammeter to key, then potentiometer to rheostat, then again to the battery eliminator. One part of this circuit. Another part of the circuit is this cell. From the potentiometer to the cell. So at first, from here we start, from the cell to this point of this key. So current starts to flow from the cell to this point, and from this point to this point of the one-way key, this key is closed. So from this point again the current comes to the the galvanometer, and again from the galvanometer this jockey is connected. So when we connect, then we get the complete circuit. So the current will flow from the cell, and in between the galvanometer and this one-way key we connect one high resistance box. And for the next part, when we close this key, then this low resistance becomes parallel with this cell. That means same things happen, but only a current is drawn from the cell by this low resistance box. So in these two situations, when this key is closed and one resistance is applied in low resistance box and one resistance applied in the high resistance box, then we take the null point, we find the null point. For the next things, again we close the key, again the resistance will be applied at the low resistance box, at the high resistance box, again we find the null point. When the low resistance box was disconnected, suppose the null point is L1, and when the key is closed, low resistance box becomes active, then the null point, suppose L2. By using this L1 and L2, we can calculate the internal resistance of this cell. So you just see the video, and again one online class I will take on it. If you have any doubt, then you can ask to me. Okay, bye.